opening practice, just what's your sense of the team right now going into it? I know you're pretty excited about what you added and what you got coming back.
You know, I am excited about this group. You know, we've had the opportunity to work with them for starting in the summer and then extensively for about the last 4 or 5 weeks since we've been in school. We've got an eclectic mix of old with new. I think we addressed a lot of our needs based on some areas that we felt like we need to improve upon. Probably the deepest collection of backcourt guys that I've had in my tenure here, which is saying something. We've had a number of all-league guards, second only to Kentucky in my 11 years of the most all-league guards. So we've had some quality guys, and I think this group, top to bottom, in the backcourt is as good as we have. And I know the big glaring issue is what are you going to do to replace Sebastian? You know, Sebas was a first-team all-league player who averaged a double-double, led the SEC in rebounding at around 11 a game. And we're going to have to do that by committee. Dominic Olenichek, who was in our program last year, who will be new to you guys, he's not new to us, is going to come in and make an immediate contribution. We've still got Marcanvas Hyman and Eustace Firminovic returning from last year and playing pivoting roles. And then we added Bruce Stevens, who was a junior college All-American, led Jones Community College in the national tournament. He's a guy that's going to come in and have an opportunity to make an immediate impact as well. Add that to Carlos Sheelings, and y'all saw Carlos a little bit before he got hurt. He tore his ACL in early December. Now he's back and healthy, and which is typically not the trend. Usually when I sign him, they shrink, but he's actually grown. You know, he's close to 7 feet himself. When you see him out here today, him and Dom, you'd say, well, if Dom's a 7-footer, he's a 7-footer. He's like 6'11" and a half. About 255 pounds, and just kind of regaining the form that he had prior to the injury.
I know you've always talked about Dom being a rebounder, rim protector. Where is his offensive game? Where does he have to come along with that?
I think really the biggest thing with Dom is just experience, and that's something that none of us can force until he garners game time experience. He's a guy that's new to the game. He don't play. Any idea that this was happening?
Yeah.
No, I learned about it as you did. I'm sure. I see it. It popped, I guess, Tuesday morning. I was actually on the road recruiting, and I start getting the information, and I was just like you. I was kind of taken aback as to the scope of what had transpired. You're talking about a federal investigation over a number of years and a lot of incriminating evidence.
Have you been able to process yet the impact you think it will have on college basketball?
Yeah, I think it's. I think it's going to have a tremendous impact. Who knows where this thing is going to go next? I've been in this business for over 20 years, so was I shocked to hear some of the things that came out? No, I was not. But again, when the feds are involved and they've got what they seem to have, and there's people going to jail and federal indictments are being handed out, obviously it makes everybody stop and pay attention.
Does it reshuffle the deck with some of the current kids who were maybe committed to some of these schools who have reopened their commitment?
Oh, of course, yeah, of course. And there's a number of good players out there. And in our business, you guys know this, the transfer rate is off the charts. I think there were close to 1,000 guys transferred this year. And so there's always movement. But when something like this occurs, obviously everybody kind of takes a step back, and all the programs that are directly involved, and who knows, again, what the next layer is, but all the programs that are directly involved, there's a number of guys that were involved with those programs, both current players and potential incomers, and that will all be in flux now for sure.